So Agentic AI is a concept that occupies a lot of mind share within our firm and certainly in the broader AI business and technology communities. I look at Agentic AI as autonomous systems capable of perceiving, reasoning, and acting towards goals with minimal human intervention. It is essentially the ultimate automation tool. Unlike traditional AI, which typically responds to prompts or executes predefined tasks, AI agents possess memory. They adapt to feedback. They can orchestrate complex workflows across systems. They can plan, decide, and actually execute actions independently. Although, as we like to discuss with our clients, and as we think about Agentic AI, a human in the loop or a human on the loop, regardless of which terminology you want to use, meaning a human is still involved in the automation to oversee it, is still quite important. But agentic agents can also coordinate with other agents or external tools to achieve business objectives. This is, again, the ultimate automation tool. Enterprise AI accelerates in a digital transformation wrapper. Agentic AI specifically offers really unique, unprecedented opportunities to scale operations, enhance decision-making, unlock new efficiencies. Now that said, it has been slow to evolve, and lots of companies have yet to adopt agentic AI in their operations. I do think that if a senior executive continues to hit their quarterly numbers or their annual plan, as the case may be, without needing to employ agentic AI, there is a sort of a tug in the opposite direction to implement. There's no fundamental reason to do so. However, pressure will come, dominoes will fall, and it will happen very rapidly. The challenge for senior executives is really the speed at which the technology and agentic systems can be deployed versus the human systems, be it culture, learning, adaptation. These types of systems take much longer to adapt to agentic and other types of AI deployment. And so this mismatch of speed can create some challenges within organizational management. So the quicker and faster or earlier that executives get in front of agentic AI and understand what it does, what its implications are, how to implement it properly, and what the impact is on people and human systems, now's the time to learn and get across that. So agentic AI can create measurable impact across several planes. The first is efficiency. When you automate something, you reduce error, you can do things faster and you can do things with fewer errors. Agentic AI systems can also learn, as I mentioned earlier, which means that even if a mistake is made once or twice, or the agent deals with an edge case in a process in which it's operating, it learns quickly what that edge case is, how to work within it. So that would be the first measure. The second is, I think, opportunities to create new capabilities inside the organization. When an organization suddenly finds its people with 50% more time, what does that mean? The glass is half empty or the glass is half full. Now, I can either find ways to deploy those people to similar tasks or new tasks, expand the scope of what they do, train them in new areas. They already are with the company, they know company culture, company processes. That's a great asset. So that enables me to create new capabilities with them. Or I look at simply harvesting my efficiency gains in every way available to me as a company. So the short answer is efficiency gains, which includes doing things faster and better and eliminating error, and secondly, gaining new competencies inside the organization. Invoicing is a very common process regardless of the business type or vertical. And typically, a large-scale enterprise is going to have a team that receives, let's say, inbound via email, some information from the customer. They've got to parse through, they've got to receive the email, they've got to parse through it, they've got to open it, they've got to read it, they've got to download or take whatever information is contained within that email. They've got to examine it for error and respond. If there's an error, here's what my process is to respond to the error and get it fixed, which might mean a return loop back to a customer, or I process it into my ERP system, which might take some manual coding, or perhaps I have some scanning capability. A lot of companies now do some scanning capability where I can literally take an invoice, which I've already looked through and passed, and put that information into a system. Then the ERP system needs to talk to other systems inside the organization. Accounting, do I have a payable or a receivable? How does it tie within that system? So now a whole group of other people inside the company are activated just to process and issue an invoice, and then look at the payment flows all the way through till the end and audit them. Did I get the right amount of cash in? Did I pay the right amount of cash out? Did it go to the right account? Did it come from the right account? So this is a process in the pre-AI era that companies have spent a lot of time trying to find ways to improve. Efficiency improvement might be the general terminology that's been used historically. But with an agentic system, think about every step I mentioned along the way, and it'd be handy if I had a diagram to flash in the background. Maybe when through editing, maybe we can put something in the background while I'm speaking. But you can take literally every one of those processes that I mentioned. Not one of them cannot be handled or automated by an agentic system. So from getting the email, making sure that the invoice is correct, getting that information from the invoice into the system, managing it through and tying into my organizational accounting systems, all of that washes through in an automated way with agentic. And when there are errors that it finds, let's say, a misplaced decimal point, a missing zero, an incorrect amount that doesn't match my books, it will know how to act and what action to take independent of a human being there to tell it exactly what to do. So these are the types of changes in automation that a real-time agentic example can illustrate for you. Companies can benefit in multiple ways when they move from traditional systems lacking AI up the value chain to traditional AI, and then further up the value chain to autonomous AI. The benefits are typically going to be, well, they can be financial, certainly. When you do and orchestrate a process more rapidly with more efficiency and smaller error, you can handle more in the same amount of time. More processes can be managed, or more outcomes, I should say, can be managed in a fixed amount of time, which is an efficiency gain. When you reduce error, error costs not only in people's time to reprocess, but in the implications of that error. So depending on what the agentic system is specifically dealing with, that can be a small amount, and error could be something small, or could be something big. For example, in a deployment, at a logistics company we are familiar with, deploying an agentic system not only enabled the company to more rapidly choose routes and routing for its cargo customers, it reduced fines or penalties that were had by missing SLAs and mistiming. So not only did it enable the company to give a customer a faster answer about the route and the timing that was also more accurate, they avoided penalties for missing SLAs because of bad routing. So there are lots of, it's an efficiency gain. It can be that's financial on the front end and the top end of the equation. And companies also benefit from having the ability to deploy and gain new capabilities.